Have you ever heard of a one-stroke dragon? I guess it's a Chinese art style where you can make a dragon with one stroke of your paintbrush. Okay. So this is a brush that does a lot of work for you. See that? He's a dragon. So what I did was I kind of mapped out where I wanted the dragon to be. I want his head to be like dead center, and then I want it to go like this. You start small, then you push harder. A loop that went underneath his head. I stopped there because that's where the color changes on my dragon. Magic wand tool and airbrushed purple back on there and set it to color. Then I was like, okay, I want his belly to be gold. So I did the same thing. So here, I had to slow this down. You had to draw the farthest toe first. Because it overlaps, right? And then I kind of did these really crappy claws in. There was like some sort of brush that had an outline for it already. So I tried to start tracing that in. Yeah, I have to slow this one down too. It looked too much like a back leg first. So I just redrew it again. It's on different layers. You can go and put a bicep, forearm, like you could just one stroke, man. Then you just kind of erase the outline to be the outline you want it to be. Put those claws back in. I didn't really like them. I put airbrush on the bottom of the feet so that the color all kind of blended together, and it does look like a chicken foot. Put a little ball for the thumb and a fat claw on it like a raptor. I mean, I have a chicken foot. I would suggest referencing chicken feet, I guess, if you wanted to check that out. We get more gold around the edges here, and we're going back in for the liner. So, I use the mirror, obviously, to symmetrically draw this guy, because it seems like a lot of one-stroke dragons, they are really symmetrical like this. I wanted to change the foot because it was like touching his head. So I decided it wasn't hard enough already. I haven't put too much time in here, I guess. I don't know. I decided to put grass on, like just a grass brush for, and I really should have drawn it in because I gave myself a really hard time. I do not recommend filling in the head. Go ahead and try to put the one-stroke dragon texture in there somehow, because it was incredibly hard to match the tone when I try to make this black and white, or even like try to put more color in there. He's pink, man. I didn't want him to be pink. Anyways, I'm trying to put an outline on this. That's what I'm doing. And then I'm going in and I'm drawing more of the outline in over top. I like to do colored lines on like all of my artwork. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock the transparent pixels and the opacity. And then I'm going to duplicate the layer, put it on, multiply 50%. And then the one on the underneath, you can color in whatever color you want, and then it's just dark lines. But this time I just decided to just guess the colors, because I didn't have any shading, or really. So you can see I have the lines, the dark lines on the left there. I was like, yeah, these are what the lines are going to be. I did put like some really cheap shading in, and I didn't like it because it was hard to make it look like it wasn't cheap shading. Am I coloring the lines? There we are, we're coloring the lines. Like I said, eyes are going to be black. He doesn't blend in as well. Honestly, I had a hard time like editing all the colors in the end to make sure these whiskers were going to be the color I painted them as. They never were. They never stayed that color. It's whatever. I don't know. I messed up. I want to paint this dragon again someday. That's why I decided to stop editing this in the end. I was like, we got to stop someday. So now we're making a white outline around the black outline. Just to make them pop more, I guess. One for the head, too. We're going to put some stars in here. Like a bunch of them everywhere. And then I tried to make them darker. I struggled for a long time trying to make them darker. Especially the head. Because when you made the head darker, it was very apparent that I didn't put any highlights. So I tried to put highlights in, and then I struggled some more, and then I struggled some more, and I struggled some more. I don't know about you, but I can tell that he's too fat here. And he's skinny here, and then he's fat here. And then he's skinny here, and then he's fat here, and then he's skinny, and then he's fat again. I can tell. I don't know about you. So then I spent a lot of time trying to make this dragon red and purple instead of pink. And to get the head to match was very hard. So noted, just make it the right color the first time. You only get to stroke it once. So this is a traditional style of Chinese painting called one-stroke dragon. Here's what it looks like when you use a brush. But we're going to use Ibis Paint X, and we don't have any money for paint, so we're just using our finger on our phone. Hope you had fun. I want to see what your dragon looks like. Send me what it looks like.